and I'm going to be talking about some more things that you need to be careful of. The Hacker's Guide to Exploiting Computers, 8 Common Techniques. I'm Hewie Poplock. Cyber criminals employ various methods to gain access to your money and data. While they are constantly evolving their techniques, there are several common avenues they frequently exploit. Let's explore some of the top methods hackers use to target and exploit computers. Phishing. Phishing is a type of cyber attack where the attackers impersonate trusted entities to manipulate users into performing actions like divulging sensitive information, clicking malicious links, or downloading malware. Phishing attacks are typically conducted via email, and attackers often register fake domain names that mimic real organizations to send thousands of common requests to victims. In a typical phishing scam, attackers send one or multiple emails asking for sensitive information while pretending to be an official organization such as a bank. The email may contain a link to a login page that looks identical to the original page where users enter their login credentials, which are then recorded by the attacker. Phishing attacks are becoming more sophisticated, and attackers are using professional marketing techniques to test and improve the effectiveness of their emails. Phishing attacks can be used to spread malware, such as downloading attachments from emails that contain malicious code. Phishing is one of the biggest threats to individuals and businesses today. Exploit kits. An exploit kit is essentially a toolbox that hackers use to attack devices and networks. A typical exploit kit will work using the following steps. 1. Contact the victim or host program. 2. Redirect incoming traffic to a different page. 3. Scan for any existing vulnerabilities. 4. Highlight a vulnerability and exploit it. 5. Deploy the malware to carry out the attack. Not all exploit kits are the same, and many have been made in the past. Some malicious developers even sell their exploit kits to other attackers for a fee. Fiesta, Angler, and Hanwan are all well-known examples of exploit kits that have been used to target vulnerabilities and attack users. Software vulnerabilities. Software development has made significant progress in the past 50 years, but there are still challenges to overcome. Many programs contain software bugs and vulnerabilities that may take time to discover. These imperfections are what cyber criminals target when they're launching attacks. Some common software vulnerabilities include SQL injections, weak encryption, inadequate design, and insufficient permission boundaries. Exploiting these vulnerabilities can allow attackers to gain unauthorized access to databases, take remote control of systems, or cause program crashes. Trojans. Trojan horses, or Trojans, are named after the ancient Greek myth of the same name. In the myth, the Greeks gifted the Trojans a large wooden horse, which the Trojans saw as a harmless structure. However, hidden inside were Greek soldiers who invaded the city of Troy when the horse was brought inside the walls. Similarly, Trojans affect computers by deceiving users. They hide within seemingly harmless apps that users download unknowingly. This allows the Trojan to exist on the computer for an extended period, collecting sensitive data and even controlling the device remotely. Ransomware. Ransomware attacks are costly and involve encrypting files and demanding a ransom for their release. Larger organizations are often targeted due to their financial resources. Some attackers may decrypt the data after receiving the ransom, while others may leave it encrypted. Modern ransomware programs can also exfiltrate data before the victim realizes the attack has occurred. Wi-Fi hacks. Wi-Fi hacks have become common due to our reliance on Wi-Fi in our daily lives. Some of the dangers of using public Wi-Fi networks include snooping and sniffing. Hackers can eavesdrop on unsecured public Wi-Fi networks and see what you're doing on your device. They may read your browsing history or steal your login details, leading to a data breach. Malware infection. Hackers can infect unsecured Wi-Fi connections with malware, which can then infect the devices connected to it. They may also hack the connection point itself and send fake pop-ups, tricking users to installing malware. Forced installation of malware. One of the major threats on public Wi-Fi networks is the forced installation of malware on user devices. Hackers can exploit this to gain access to sensitive information. Vulnerability to cyber attacks. Public Wi-Fi networks are not always secure, leaving users vulnerable to cyber attacks. Hackers can inject devices with viruses and compromise their security. Compromised personal information. Public Wi-Fi networks can be unsecured and vulnerable to attack, allowing the hackers to steal personal information without the user's knowledge. Dark web sales. The dark web is a vast part of the internet known for its illegal activities. It serves as a platform for various illicit dealings, including the sale of illegal files, firearms, drugs, and stolen data. Hackers often buy and sell stolen data on the dark web to profit from their exploits or find new avenues for exploitation. Payment card details. Login credentials. Social security numbers. Education certificates such as diplomas and degrees. Passport numbers. Phone numbers. Email addresses. The dark web is intentionally hidden and requires specific technologies to access. It is filled with illegal marketplaces and forums where criminals' activities are advertised and discussed. Flash drives. Cyber attacks are often carried out remotely, but some cyber criminals use USB drives to infect devices with malware. Once inserted, the malware can be loaded into the target device and used to steal data, monitor activity, or conduct functions remotely. While this method requires physical access to the device, it has been used in the past and does not require a lot of technical expertise. Hacking isn't a rare occurrence. In today's technology-dependent world, hacks and exploits are common occurrences. Thousands of people are targeted by hackers every day, and unfortunately, many of these attempts are successful. It is important to understand how hackers can exploit your device so that you can strengthen your security measures and protect yourself. To protect yourself from these common hacking techniques, it's crucial to stay vigilant, keep your devices and software up to date, use strong and unique passwords, be cautious of suspicious emails or messages, and avoid connecting to unsecured Wi-Fi networks. The Hacker's Guide to Exploiting Computers, 8 Common Techniques. I'm Hewie Poplock.
Fun with photos. I don't know about anybody else, but I just play with my photos all the time. I know not everybody does, and not everybody has a bunch of old photos, but a lot of you do. All those albums, those print photos that you put in albums years ago and have up on the shelf. And now you want them all in Google Photos, right? That's where they belong. So that's what I'm talking about in this this episode of Fun with Photos. Hi, this is Chris Guld with Geeks on Tour, and this is Fun with Photos. Today's question is, how do I get old print photos into digital form and into Google Photos? Well, you could use expensive scanning equipment and learn how to use the software that comes with it. You might have to take pictures out of your photo albums to put on the scanner. I think it's easiest just to take your smartphone and snap pictures with your smartphone's camera. But there are two cool apps that work in conjunction with Google Photos, PhotoMine and PhotoScan, actually by Google, that I want to show you. Some of this will depend on the type of person you are. I'm the type of person that I'll just be thumbing through an old photo album, and I'll see this photo of Marty and think, I've just been talking to her on Facebook, and this is a great picture. I need to get it and send it to her. So I will just pick up my phone and open the camera, try to get it so that there's not too much glare, and I'll snap a picture of the picture. It's on my phone, meaning it's going to go to Google Photos. I can do some editing to it. That's wonderful. And then I see this picture of Jim being Santa Claus with a bunch of kids. These kids are now 40 years old. That's a great shot. I'll just take my phone and snap a picture. But some people are much more thorough than me. They'll see this photo album and they say, I want to capture every photo. That's what PhotoMine is for. I want to show you an app called PhotoMine, which is the quickest and easiest way to get all of these photos scanned. It is a separate app on either Android or iOS, but once you have it installed, you can also access it right in Google Photos. So PhotoMine is a separate app. You install it from the Play Store on Android or the App Store on iPhone, and that is what it looks like. And you can use it just as a standalone app. It will let you save to Google Photos when you're done, but I just want to show you how you get to it in Google Photos. And then you tap Library, Utilities, scroll down to Import Photos, and then PhotoMine right there. Now, you can use it for free if you tap up here at the top where it says ads are okay, but you will want to pay the $40 a year if you decide you really want to use it. So once you have it going, you just tap on Scan at the bottom. And you just point at the page, the whole page of photos. You tap and hold the shutter button for just a couple seconds and watch how it separates out the individual photos. I'm not touching anything here. And now I can scan another page. Ooh, there's a lot of glare on this one. Touch and hold on the shutter button. And notice how it's making the pictures look better. That's just magic. Now I'm on the third page. Touch and hold the shutter button. Is this amazing or what? Fourth page, touch and hold. I think you get the idea. And when you're done, you tap done. It says that I have captured 12 photos. It creates an album within PhotoMine, which I can name if I want, but I just want them to go straight to Google Photos. You tap the share button, connect to Google Photos, and save to Google Photos. 12 photos were saved. I can go take a look. And there are the photos I just scanned. Don't they look great? Remember when I complained about the glare? I'm going to show you another app called PhotoScan by Google that will eliminate that. PhotoScan is an app by Google. I can get to it from my Photos app. Now I just get the picture in the frame and tap the button. And now it's going to say, circle those 4 dots. And it takes a picture with each of the dots. When it puts them all together, the glare will be gone. Let's do another one. Tap it. Then you move the circle over each dot. Now, if yours isn't doing that, it might be because you have the glare control off. And that's that little button right there. If there's a slash through it, then it's not going to do the glare control. So let's do one more. Notice it also has a flash. The purpose of the flash is to get rid of the reflections. Then the purpose of the 4 shots is to get rid of the glare from the flash. All right. So then I'll show you how that looks in Google Photos. So here I am looking at Google Photos, and here are the 3 shots I just took from that big framed collage on the wall. Not bad. The next photo, that looks pretty good. And the third one's. Once your scanned photos are in Google Photos, there's a couple of things I want to mention. So remember the first photo I took of Marty where I just used my phone's camera and snapped a shot from the photo album? Well, this one needs some editing. So I'm just going to tap it, edit. I'm in Google Photos. And the main thing I want to do is crop. Now, in Google Photos on the Android, I could actually crop to the skewed, which is kind of cool, but it's usually not necessary. When I'm done, notice how it straightens it out. But even with just a normal crop, I can get in closer and she looks lots better. Now, under suggestions, I'm going to try dynamic. Ooh, I think that looks really good. It's forcing me to save a copy. So I might go back out and now delete the old one. And then there's the photo of Jim as Santa Claus. Let's make that one look a little bit better. Crop. And then suggestions and dynamic. And that looks pretty good. Save copy. Delete the original. But now, what's wrong with this picture? This says that these pictures were taken today. Well, I did snap the photo of the photos today, but these were taken in 1994. I'm going to change the date. I can do it both at the same time by selecting both of them. Then one of the options at the bottom is to edit date and time. And I'm going to select one date and time. So I'm going to edit the date. And then I like to pick from drop-down list. I'll tap here and I'll find 1994. And then I can just scroll over till I see December. And I'll tap on December 20. I really don't know when exactly it was, but that's near enough. Okay. And save. They look like they've disappeared. I can scroll back in my photos all the way to 1994. And there are the 2 photos that I just changed the dates for. Now go have some fun scanning all your old photos.
Wow.
And I'll stick around for the Q&A.
Great. Great. The two biggest things I had questions about was the glare and the date, and you talked about both of them. Thank you very much. Great, great. So
Easily done.
Take control of your online privacy with DuckDuckGo browser. I'm Hewie Poplock. DuckDuckGo browser is a privacy-focused web browser that's available for iOS and Android. It's based on the Chromium web engine, but it has been modified to include a number of privacy features such as 1. Tracker blocking. DuckDuckGo browser automatically blocks most third-party trackers, which helps prevent websites from tracking your browser activity. 2. Private search. DuckDuckGo browser includes a private search mode that does not track your search history. 3. HTTPS upgrade. DuckDuckGo browser automatically upgrades insecure HTTP connections to HTTPS, which helps to protect your privacy and security. 4. Fireproof mode. DuckDuckGo browser includes a fireproof mode that prevents websites from fingerprinting your device. In addition to these privacy features, DuckDuckGo browser also offers a number of other features such as 1. Ad blocking. DuckDuckGo browser includes an ad blocker that helps to block annoying ads. DuckDuckGo bangs. DuckDuckGo browser supports DuckDuckGo bangs, which are shortcuts that allow you to search for specific things on DuckDuckGo. Privacy dashboard. DuckDuckGo browser includes a privacy dashboard that shows you how many trackers have been blocked and how many times your device has been fingerprinted. DuckDuckGo browser is a good choice for people who are concerned about their privacy. It is a secure and private browser that offers a number of features to help you protect your data. Here are some of the reasons why people use DuckDuckGo browser. 1. Privacy. DuckDuckGo browser is designed to protect your privacy. It blocks trackers, encrypts your traffic, and does not track your search history. Security. DuckDuckGo browser is a secure browser. As I said, it's based on the Chromium web engine, which is a well-respected and secure platform. Features. DuckDuckGo browser offers a number of features that are not available in other browsers, such as the DuckDuckGo bangs and the privacy dashboard. Ease of use. DuckDuckGo browser is easy to use. If you want to search for OpenAI directly on Wikipedia using DuckDuckGo, you can simply type !W OpenAI in the DuckDuckGo search bar. The !W is the bang for Wikipedia, and the OpenAI is the search term. DuckDuckGo will then take you directly to the Wikipedia page for OpenAI. The exclamation point is often used in chat and messaging apps to denote a command. In the case of !G, it's a command to perform a Google search. This is a common convention on many platforms, including Discord, Slack, and Telegram. DuckDuckGo has a simple and intuitive interface that's similar to other popular browsers. If you're looking for a privacy-focused and secure web browser, then DuckDuckGo browser is a good choice. It is a reliable and easy-to-use browser and offers a number of features to help protect your data. Let's take a look at a demo. I downloaded the DuckDuckGo browser application for Windows, and now I am going to click on it to install it. It comes up with the installer. I click on the word install, and it then does the install. When it completes the install, I tell it to launch, And the DuckDuckGo browser starts with a few instructions, and one of the first things we want to do when we get started is to import any of the bookmarks and passwords, and we'll do that first by clicking import and then choosing the place where it's going to come from. We then click on import, and it will import the bookmarks and passwords that we had told it to. I click on done, and the next question is going to ask, do I want to use the DuckDuckGo search engine as the default? And I say maybe later. Next, it says we're all set, and by visiting one of our favorite sites, it'll be blocking trackers and upgrading the security of the connection when possible. Next, we're going to go to a couple of websites just to show what the tracking and the blocking, ad blocking is. First of all, we'll go to the Manatee Library System. We'll just move around a few pages just to take a look at the website and see if it's going to block anything and see what it finds, just to be able to say that we looked at that site. Then we're going to go to a different site. When we open a new tab, it gives us some information. It tells us there were 3 tracking attempts blocked, and it doesn't really say any other information. So let's try another web page. And we'll go to msn.com, and we'll just move around it for a little bit, just again to have it do its thing of tracking and so on. This would be what we would be doing if we were just looking around this website. Okay, and next we'll open up a new tab and see what we've found. We're seeing that now there's 42 tracking attempts blocked, and with 3 tracking attempts blocked on the My Manatee. This is the download for the Android version of the DuckDuckGo browser. This is the iOS download for the DuckDuckGo browser. And finally, the Mac version of the DuckDuckGo browser can be downloaded as well. Let's take a look at the settings for DuckDuckGo browser. At the top, you can set the default browser, and we're going to leave it as the DuckDuckGo as the default. And then on startup, you can set which tabs are going to open when you start the browser. And then you can also change the appearance to a light, a dark, or a system. And then you can zoom it, and the address bar, you can show the full website address or not. As we scroll down the settings, we can see the cookie consent pop-ups. You can let DuckDuckGo manage cookie consent pop-ups or not. Then you can have the global privacy controller, the GPC. You can turn that on or off. And the autofill, ask to save, and if you want to, the usernames and passwords will be saved. You have a choice of where the downloads will go. By default, it goes to the downloads folder, but it doesn't have to. Under the Duck Player, you can either play the YouTube videos automatically with the Duck Player, you can show it as an option, yes or no, or you can have it never use the Duck Player. And then under Advanced, you should check Use Hardware Acceleration when available. You now have a more private browser available with the DuckDuckGo browser. Take control of your online privacy with DuckDuckGo browser. I'm Hewie Poplock. Thank you.